On the docks of Busan, Korean children were dying in the dirt, while the most advanced hospital ship in the world sat at anchor with empty operating theaters. UN military regulations were clear. Jutlandia was to treat only military personnel. But Chief Surgeon Professor Busch, one of Denmark's most respected doctors, could not stomach the sight. He personally went down to the docks, lifted a severely wounded Korean child into his arms, and carried him aboard against orders. That single act of defiance opened the door. From that moment on, the white ship with the Red Cross began treating thousands of Korean civilians, especially the children, even when the regulations said no. This is the story of Professor Busch, and the day mercy broke the rules. He stood on the deck with the white ship behind, watching the docks where the broken were lined. Children in rags with the life bleeding out, while his theater sat empty and the rules held the doubt. Busch was a surgeon, a professor of men, but the sight of those kids broke something in him. He walked down the gangway, no order was given, lifted a boy from the dirt and said, "This one is living." They told him the rules, they told him the law. He carried the child through the Red Cross door. Busch's defiance, mercy won't wait. Busch's defiance, he opened the gate while the rules said no and the orders were clear. He carried the child and the whole ship could hear. They said only soldiers, only uniforms bleed, but Busch looked at the boy and he planted his feet. These children are dying while we stand and debate. I'll not watch them perish at the end of this gate. He laid the boy down on the clean white sheet, and the nurses moved in with the tools at their feet. One act of defiance turned into a flood. From that day the children came in with the blood. The regulations shook, but the ship held its ground. Busch had